Hello everybody, and after almost, I think about a year, we are back with another Ultimate Tier List video! Chip Edition! Yep, that's right, we got the gang on the couch who's gonna chime in every once in a while. Got Tate right here, you know, the expert, the visionary himself.
The chip professional.
The chip professional. We got Chase, producer Chase, on the tier list again, helping us out. Yeah. And overall, we are going to cruise through a abundant amount of chips today and rank them for everybody, so everybody can either argue in the comments that we're wrong, you know, stand on the hill of the chip that you love and you want to defend, or agree with us, depending on what we say. So with no further ado, Chase, run us through the tier levels of today, and then we'll get to eating some chippies.
Before we start, we got a lot of chips, right? How much did you spend?
Over $100.
So we're already down $100, so if you watch this video, smash that subscribe button, hit that like button. Let's get this monetized.
Woo!
Alright.
Okay.
Explaining the tiers, they're pretty self-explanatory. At the bottom, we have trash tier. Self-explanatory, chip is trash, it belongs there. Next one, she I eat. You know, not a great chip, not a terrible chip. She belongs in the she I eat category. Then we have pass me the bag. Now, this is when your friends are having some chips and you're like, you know what, I could have a couple of those, so pass me the bag.
Not the one that you would be your first choice at a gas station, though, correct?
No, not
Okay.
That somebody else bought it and they're just passing
You're
it to
mooching.
you. You want to mooch some of it. Yeah.
the mooch. Correct. Now, up here we got I down a bag in one sitting. This is when you don't want to share. This is a pretty good chip. It's not the ultimate chip, but it's pretty good. And then at the top, we have, I love this more than Darm loves plain Tostitos.
He loves plain Tostito. Don't need no dip. 220 gram bag gone. 10 minutes.
Explanatory. About 5 minutes, that bag is gone. So.
Straight rounds, no sauce, in the belly, done deal.
What's wrong with that? We all crave salt.
I can't swear in this time.
So, we're getting in it. Time for some chippies.
We'll start with this one. This is Old Dutch Dill Pickle. We're starting with this one because Gers couldn't help himself. Had to open it before we even started the video.
I actually owned that one before I went shopping.
Cheers.
Bon appetit.
Cheers, eh? She's all right.
Yay!
The problem I always have with Old Dutch is always like one of the chips are like burnt. You know what I mean?
It's not consistent.
And they just don't have like the seasoned to like chip ratio down. I find them over seasoned.
Yeah, I agree. She's aight.
She's aight.
Old Dutch sour cream and onion. Little note here. Tate gave me a list of about 30 chips, and there was not a single sour cream and onion on there. So I threw it in because I know how much you just love them.
Oh yeah. I don't really care for sour cream and green onion. I'd put sour cream and onion as like pass me the bag, the Old Dutch version.
Yeah, I agree. Pass me
Again,
the bag.
just good, not great. If you like sour cream and onion, I think this is Old Dutch might be the one.
Yeah, I agree.
Pringles is probably the biggest scam in the chip market. 148 grams. These are all like 220 grams, so they scam you there. There's no flavor to this. Honestly, who buys these? Grandmas that want to use them as things to store like their crafts and, you know what I mean? And like pens and pencils. Like
packaging is great because when you pop this sucker open, you can really smell a little Pringly.
Oh, yeah.
When you...
Did these expire because they taste like shit? Or is it just Pringles just sucks?
Tastes like straight bread.
There's literally no flavor.
Who the hell gets original Pringles?
What else do you want me to get?
Jalapeno!
Pringles has the best like flavorings, but like their original ones.
Honestly, I'm putting that straight in trash here. I don't know how people can eat Pringles. Imagine you show up to a party and it's just, oh yeah, let me bring chips, and you just bring 6 of those bottles. You know?
Yeah. All right, trash tier for Pringles.
Yeah, I'll go crop. They all agree. I don't think anybody cares for Pringles.
Ruffles barbecue dinner up in the bag.
They're made in partnership with Bullseye Barbecue Sauce.
Really?
Nah, I don't know.
Oh, you little shit. Now see, this is a chip.
That's one thing I'll give about Ruffles is like you grab like they're thick chips. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is probably 30 calories just this chip.
It ain't no little.
Yeah, barbecue doesn't really work with Ruffles. I don't think that hits the spot. It's not terrible. Or C tier. I don't mind barbecue. I just don't think it works well with the Ruffles kind of wavy texture.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. There's not enough punch.
I hear some grumbling from the peanut gallery, but
What do you gotta say?
It's not the worst. I don't like the barbecue. I don't like barbecue. flavor
C-tier
too much.
barbecue tastes like they just they dump some all dressed sauce in there with some.
It ain't no Sweet Baby Ray's. Well, you know what is Sweet Baby Ray's? Old Dutch barbecue.
That is not the original flavor though.
Okay, thank
The
you.
stuff from the box is more heat, more flavor. Bring the Guy Fieri.
Gluten free, by the way.
Most chips should be gluten free.
Really?
Yeah.
They're not made with bread.
All right,
Okay.
barbecue.
No, that's a better barbecue. Than the Ruffles, yeah. This actually tastes like what barbecue is. Shout out Franklin's Barbecue. Shout out Sweet Baby Ray's.
I gotta give that a she's aight.
I'm gonna go A tier.
A tier.
No,
Pass the bag.
I down a bag in one
That's
sitting.
down a bag. Go ahead.
no.
Get it in.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I'm gonna give this a B tier. Better than the Ruffles. Better than Ruffles.
Okay.
If somebody says, "Hey, give me like one of those all dressed," or give me one of those barbecue chips, go for Old Dutch over Ruffles.
I gotta enter frame the right way.
Ruffles all dressed, you see these all over at like Canadian parties, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if you go to a party and there's 3 chips you'd see, it's probably Ruffles all dressed, Munchies, and a wild card.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anyway, cheers.
Cheers.
That's a straight S tier. There's no doubt about it. I'll eat some more. Now, I'm not really a Ruffles simp by any means, but Ruffles all dressed, it is their chip. Like, it's their flagship product. There's no doubt about that.
And the ruffle texture, it really amplifies.
And whenever
the all-dressed flavor.
I used to go to like birthday parties or whatever shit, Ruffles all dressed was always opened and it was always finished before like 9 o'clock, right? They're always one of the first 3 that gets opened.
Yeah.
Everybody loves them.
Hickory. I mean, I'm sorry. Hickory sticks.
Thing about hickory sticks, love them for the munch, love them for the crunch, love them for the taste. That doesn't make any sense.
I'm waiting for the cons.
They're fun chips. They're unique. They're kind of a mess though. Like,
And I've already licked my
you grab it and it's
I've already
like
sucked on my fingers, and I'm going back for some, extra squeeze.
I get kind of that they're trying to go for creativity, but it like just doesn't work. Flavor, I think they're good.
Yeah, really strong, smoky.
I don't really know what the flavor is. They say original, but there's definitely a kick of something, almost like from these.
Ooh, I know what the flavor is. It's hickory.
Oh! Hickory barbecue. I'm gonna go B. I could go A, but I'm gonna go B.
Okay.
I don't think you
Yeah.
could make a better hickory stick. There's
Yeah.
nothing you can really do the flavor. They just kind of suck because of like the texture and they're not too crunchy.
Yeah. Doritos.
Cool Ranch. Probably the most polarizing chip ever because some people are obsessed with Cool Ranch. You know what I mean?
Sydney Sweeney verified chips.
So Doritos made from what? Not potatoes.
Corn.
Corn. That is. This probably has the most flavor of any chip on this table. Like, it's flavor overload. Like,
Wow.
our breath is gonna stink from eating these. I'm going A tier. I love the flavor. I just think it's too much.
I'd almost put them in S, purely for the fact that there's no other chip that matches that ranch flavor.
Honestly, now that I'm done eating the Cool Ranch, I want another handful of Cool Ranch. I'd be willing to go to S tier because I don't want another handful of Pringles or sour cream, right?
Yeah.
That Cool Ranch slapped.
All right.
Ketchup.
We'll kill ketchup. out of the way.
Big chip in America. I hear motherfuckers in like America would pay people in Canada to ship them ketchup chips because you couldn't get it in America or something. No, I'm telling you, you can't get ketchup chips in America the way you can here. So it is unique to us.
Yes.
I don't like ketchup. I like ketchup chips. Let's start with the Lay's.
Lay's ketchup, what we're starting with. Me, I'd eat ketchup on literally anything. So I'm a big ketchup guy. It is the most potent chip in terms of messiness. I would say.
Don't
possibly.
you don't wear a white shirt with this. You go like this and you got red shit all over your
Like
chest,
Cheeto
right?
dust is always associated with causing a mess on controllers or clothing, but I would say ketchup might even outrank it because it's red. All right, get it in ya.
I feel like they got the shittiest ketchup to use in this. A lot more artificial flavors than good old tomatoes.
Yeah, I feel like there's better ketchup than this.
And there's not a lot of seasoning to it.
So I'm thinking.
I thought I like Lay's ketchup. I'd give that a C tier, honestly. That doesn't hit as good as I thought. Old Dutch ketchup. It says right here on the back, our ketchup chip is award-winning. Was Eat North's Canada's best ketchup chip. Like, who are they going to compete against?
Yeah.
Because of its outstanding flavor and crunch. We proudly accept this on the behalf of our customers. Well, giggity doo.
You're never gonna get a sponsorship from Old Dutch now.
Okay, well, I actually read that Old Dutch only has revenue of about $100 million a year and only 400 employees, so big whoop, Vinny. That's way better than Lay's.
Yeah.
This actually tastes like good ketchup.
That's Heinz.
This is Heinz or French's. This is made with Canadian grown tomatoes, no doubt about it. It has to be above Lay's. It has to be above Lay's ketchup. There's
Definitely above Lay's, but is it going in the middle or is it going in the I down the bag?
I would put this in A. I would down the shit.
Yeah.
Best ketchup chip? I'd agree. I give it A tier.
I'm down the bag.
This is a new chip to the market.
Sweet and spicy ketchup. I have never tried this actually.
I don't really think of spicy and ketchup being a combo. I'm interested to find out.
I agree. Because I have not had this one yet. This is one of the very few things I've ever had.
Crafted in Canada.
This is interesting because it's unlike the other ketchups. It's almost closer to a barbecue.
Yeah, you got the spiciness of a barbecue kind of thing.
Yeah, that's interesting. What are you thinking?
I'm gonna give that an A tier.
Yeah.
And just because of that, I'm dropping Old Dutch to a B. If you're okay with that.
They're two very different ketchup flavors.
Yeah, let's give them both at A.
But how about we leave them both at A, but put this one above Old Dutch?
Put it above Old Dutch.
Yeah, so it's the superior ketchup
A
chip.
plus versus like an A minus.
Yeah.
Made with real Canadian cheese. Yay! Shit. I don't know, like that's shit. I don't know. It's shit. Who in their right mind would eat this? It's just all airy, flaky, shit cheese.
Is it supposed to be like cotton candy where when you bite
Yeah,
it,
what I mean.
it just disappears?
It's like cheesy cotton candy. If you want cheesy cotton candy, if you think that's a good flavor, Cheetos Puffs. And you know what I mean? You would go to you'd go to parties when you have sleepovers with your buddies or
big
whatever.
ass bowl of them.
Yeah, they'd get like their chips. Oh, we get the Cheetos Puffs for that weird kid or whatever.
Yeah.
Nobody eats them. Nobody
eats them, but yet the Cheeto dust ends up on everything in the house.
Yeah.
Like the couch, the TV remote, the parents'
The Wii
cheek.
remote. I don't know. It is, you captured it. It's like cotton candy cheese, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's too airy.
Straight to trash, in my opinion.
Anyway, Cheetos Crunchy, much more firm.
Yeah. Now I messed with these back in the day.
I think this is kind of the same flavor. They're both cheese, right?
Yeah. But like these at least have some crunch to them.
Yeah, it's like Cheetos Puff with crunch. I mean, it's okay. I feel like it's still a cheap flavor. Mm-hmm. I'm going to give that a B tier. Side note, we don't have Hawkins cheesies on this table. I know Hawkins.
It's a crime.
I know Hawkins. Hawkins is an S tier. Let's pull up that image. We don't have it here. I'm just going to throw it in S tier because I don't care. Because I'm like, right now I'm eating these cheesies. I'm like, I could go for a Hawkins cheesy.
I'm just imagining that they're Hawkins.
Hawkins just like hard as tits, you know what I mean?
So we'll go B tier with the Cheetos Crunchies. Hawkins straight to what?
Put
Yeah.
Hawkins in A tier.
Plus, I'm not a big Cheeto guy. Miss Vicky's salt and vinegar.
This was everybody's introduction to kettle cooked chips.
Yes.
If you were to say what's the best kettle cooked chip in the game, it's probably Miss Vicky's salt and vinegar. I would say so. I love the rustic design. It's not like that white, like it's so nicely designed, you know what I mean?
Very nice.
Like just the colors, the creamy backdrop. On the way. Perfect. Just perfect.
Down to the minute
Right
detail.
down to the minute detail. You honestly can't beat it. I don't really care for salt and vinegar, but I like Miss Vicky's because it's not that salt and vinegar where you like eat it and it gets up your nose. Ugh, you know what I mean?
S tier 2 on the Vicky's.
Yeah, Sion. I already am pessimistic about Old Dutch salt and vinegar.
You just know what it is.
Yeah, like Old Dutch salt and vinegar, it's like one of those chips that almost like the flavor almost burns your mouth. You know what I mean? Wait for it. Burning sensation. You see what I mean?
Tastes like flowers. I mean, it's aight.
Not terrible. Doesn't even touch Miss Vicky's. I'm going C tier.
Yeah.
Like I remember as a kid, like this would like sit in our cabinet for like 3 months, and like I'd honestly opt for like a Nutrigrain granola bar over it. Like I look at this and I already know like I'm not appetized by this. See if Lay's salt and vinegar is any better than Old Dutch. We had Old Dutch at C tier. Okay, yeah. Well, now nobody's gonna eat those chips.
A little bigger.
Like these are big, thin, crunchy chips. Still not great. I think it's better than Old Dutch.
Better than Old Dutch.
I'd go with the B tier.
That's the, yeah, I'd take some if you were out.
Yeah, like if 3 o'clock in the afternoon or something, I didn't have a big hearty lunch, somebody brings these out, you know, I'll grab a handful or something.
There's a little bit acid in the beginning that I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't think salt and vinegar works. It almost burns your throat, you know what I mean? Too acidic. We're gonna do Old Dutch Creamy Dills.
Oh, that sounds fire.
Oh man, I gotta go into a big lore here on the creamy dill. Because I feel like I'm slightly biased, because anybody who's ever lived with me knows it's the only chip that I'll buy religiously to have as a side with meals. Not even a snack. Like, you're having your lunch and you're having a sandwich.
It's like
creamy dills on the side,
It's
man.
like something like, we have a potluck, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll cook the burgers and shit. Like, what, Curtis, do you want to pick up like macaroni salad, make some fries? No, I'll just bring creamy dills.
Creamy dills, man.
And they work. I don't think they're as good as like a Ruffles all dressed. I'm gonna go A tier. Better than the other dill pickles, for sure. I'd say A tier.
Bottom of Ash?
I think this is bottom. This is S. To me, this is S.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm on
I think this is a mid-tier A chip.
Well, come on, Vinny, take a bite. See what you think.
I think I put it S.
Creamy dill, bottom of S. Bottom of S.
Yeah,
Bottom S. Yeah, I'll give it bottom of S, but yeah.
A+.
Lay's dill pickle.
Okay. We've had a lot of chips. That's a good chip.
That is a good chip.
That's a good chip.
That's
like,
a good
there's no way around that.
No.
I'm going S tier. I don't know what you're going, but I actually would take that over a creamy dill.
I'd put it right near the creamy dills.
I think this is B
it's
tier.
alright.
It's
alright.
You're putting it in C?
Yeah, it's
Well, I said S. Doesn't sound like people are agreeing with me.
That's a B or C.
Okay, but I said
2 C's, man.
Wait, you say S? Vinny's in heaven right now.
He's grumbling.
He's like, oh, I love the Lay's dill pickle. Yummy.
I think she alright because it's just there's not enough seasoning.
Yeah, I said S. I'm with what we've been hearing from the
It might be down to B.
the pessimistic couch over there.
it'll be alright.
Yeah, we'll throw it B. Whatever. We like it. They don't. I never buy that chip when I go to the gas station. It's just there, but it is good chip. Doritos nacho cheese.
Nacho cheese. Another potent chip for ruining furniture.
Super popular. Some could say it's overrated. I think that's a fantastic chip. Way better. Like, it's a cheese flavor. I'd way rather eat that than a Cheetos.
The thing with Doritos is I love them, but I have to eat them in smaller batches than other chips. I can't eat as much.
Thing
of a
good about
Dorito.
that, you can. What can you do with that? You can combine.
weight.
No, you can't lose weight. What you can do with that? You can take a pair of scissors, cut it open, throw some ground beef and lettuce, eat it. It's incredible.
True.
Yeah,
Taco in a
can
bag.
you do that with freaking Lay's Classic? No, you can't. There's so many things you can do with Doritos nacho cheese.
Versatility. So does it go to S for versatility?
Yeah,
Or are we
yeah.
not
Because
ranking on
I've seen people.
versatility?
I've seen people like crunch Doritos, and then yeah, like you said, use it.
I've
use
seen
it for
people like
cooking purposes.
snorting Doritos.
Yeah, like snort that cheese. That shit is good.
It's
Yeah.
crack, but
I give
S
it
tier
A.
then, up to S or A?
I'm just going A tier.
Okay, highest of A.
highest of it.
Nasty taco.
They do have a bit of a different taste. It's not as much of a, it's more like a,
But it's still very, yeah. It doesn't. It's still cheesy, but it doesn't hit you with the cheese. I don't think it's that good. I'm gonna go up B.
yeah,
I'd
upper
say
B.
nacho cheese is better than that.
Upper B.
Well,
is
I
more
he's
versatile.
not saying he's not representing us.
Hey, in Darm's defense, I see Doritos Zesty Taco all the time in your cupboard.
One time, we watched Cars.
Okay, you gotta put this in the video. You gotta put this in the video.
We watched Cars in school.
Cars 1, right?
Oh, Cars 1, you know, of course. It was like grade 4. Right near Christmas, they're like, oh man, we're gonna reward you guys with cars. Bring everything you want.
Kinda sucks.
Everyone else bringing popcorn and then like overcooking it in the microwave because we're 10 years old and don't know how to pass 10 yet.
I know.
I decide, man, I want Doritos. I get 4 bags of orange Doritos and eat them myself when I was 10 years old.
Like 4 220-gram bags.
Yeah, but they're probably bigger back in the day.
So you essentially inhaled 1 to 2 kilograms of Doritos Zesty Taco while watching Cars?
I was literally more than 1% chip at that age.
Did the chips make your Cars watching experience better or worse?
Every time that I eat a yellow Dorito, it reminds me of Cars.
That's like the worst Pixar movie too.
He is like getting like a zesty Dorito and then eats it. Ciao.
I'm going B tier. That shit. Lay's classic.
Whoa.
I don't know. I like the color. I like the design. Do I like the chip? I don't know. Classic Lay's is so shit. It's so boring. There's nothing to it. I'm gonna go straight trash. There's no flavor. I don't know how you can eat that and be like,
might give it above trash for the pure fact that I understand that it has its place in time.
Like it's classic at what? Like classic at having no flavor.
Say you're having a sandwich and that's packed full of flavor, and you've got a salad and that's packed full of flavor, and you just want something to like on the side. Then I don't mind a little bit of it, but
then
I'm not gonna eat the
I
bag.
disagree. That's an original S tier flavor.
S tier.
Okay, you can cut them off.
Ford Model T. 15
Lace
seconds
is the
flat
first
there.
wheel, and we don't need it anymore.
Let's just whatever. We'll give it a C.
C.
We'll give
Bottom
it
of
a
C.
Bottom of C. I think it's shit. I mean, it's not terrible. There's just nothing to it. Anyway,
Next one.
Miss Vicky's. I don't know where you found these. I've never even heard of them.
Well, you put it on the list. You wanted Miss Vicky's barbecue.
Miss Vicky's sweet southern barbecue. A smoky flavor to it.
Where's my barbecue?
Whatever the highest barbecue flavor we have on there, I'm going one tier above because that shit slaps.
We have to, man. That's a good barbecue. That is a like.
This is S. This is S.
Yeah.
What's the highest barbecue chip we have?
Guys, currently is a B tier.
Okay, that's a straight A tier.
I'd say it's either top of A or bottom of S because similar to the Ruffles All Dressed, where it just kicks the shit out of all the other flavors, that's what that does for barbecue.
I don't think that's a lot better than like a Doritos nacho cheese though. That's a classic chip.
True. I don't know if I could eat a whole.
Let's give Miss Vicky. Let's give her some time to perfect that a little better.
Top of A then.
I'll go top of A. Top of A.
Top of A.
That's a respect. Like nobody ever eats that chip, but now we know. Now we know.
Now we know.
Munchies.
Munchies.
Now I don't know how we rank this because it's four different
You
chips.
put on the list you wanted Sun Chips, but I couldn't just find Sun Chips, so I figured we might as well just like we're gonna ignore the pretzels because they're with raisins and non-existence.
Like I say, I don't like pretzels. I don't like Sun Chips. But when you grab a handful and you eat them all, kind of like with trail mix, it works. And I think there's no other chip like it where they just combine a shit ton of stuff and throw it in there, except like that Humpty Dumpty cringy thing, whatever. No, Munchies, you can fill a massive 5-gallon bowl with it and feed it to like a bunch of little kids.
So are we thinking B? Bottom of B?
I don't know. Yeah, I go B. I don't like any of them individually except Doritos, but they work.
If it's on the table, I
Bottom
might
of B.
grab a little bit of it, but if there's anything else really there, I'm probably reaching
Bottom
for
of
A.
B, points for creativity because they like, they combined.
All Dressed Old Dutch is pretty potent if I remember correctly.
Did they not used to have a little chip with his little
They
king?
did!
With his little king going, yeah!
They did. He was doing a little jig on the front of it.
If Old Dutch didn't suck enough, they got rid of like the one thing that was good about it, the mascot.
My God.
You know what I mean?
Can the editor put all of them up with really sad? All around me are familiar faces.
It's like if Fruit Loops got rid
Rest
of the
in peace.
toucan, which
Yeah.
everybody loves the toucan little babies.
You take out Toucan Sam, I ain't gonna f***ing eat those loops.
Exactly. You take away Tony the Tiger and those like sick ass hockey commercials or whatever he did. Oh, look at it! You want to be good at hockey? Eat some freaking Frosted Flakes.
They're great.
Yeah! If Old Dutch is watching this, I know Old Dutch is probably gonna watch this. That chip sucks. I'm going C tier.
Not
Chip,
a fan.
we're talking about all dress. If you're getting all dress, go for Ruffles. Don't even look at any other chip. I don't really recognize this. I don't know if I've had these all dress.
I honestly don't know if I.
I think that's a new color.
It says on the back, tangy, yummy, and savory.
Yeehaw! It's like a sweet all dress. They probably what would they add more? You're the food guy. What of the all dress seasoning are they adding?
Paprika. You know how there's different barbecue sauces and some use more vinegar in them? That's what I think it is to
more
me.
vinegar.
It's a higher vinegar.
But it's not too acidic. It's still tangy. I think that's better than the Old Dutch. The Old Dutch was blah. I'm giving that a bottom of B. It's not terrible. It's just to eat it and you're like, that's chip.
Doritos, sweet chili, heat. Ah! That's me burning.
It's got the heat that keeps on giving.
How fitting is it to end with the best chip we've ever had? Oh, you think this is actually hot?
I like it's not like the hot like it's burning, but it's like a like if
Yeah, it's
you
true.
were branded by an ant,
Doritos Sweet Chili Heat is absolutely perfect. There's no way that can't be an S tier.
Because I'm not a big spice person. I really don't
Neither
like
do I.
spice.
Neither do
But
I.
this isn't. It's a different kind of spice. I learned this later in life that there's different types of spices.
I put this above red Doritos.
Yeah,
We do.
I agree. Yeah,
I give that a straight S at the top of S.
yeah.
Like
Still
right now,
does it, so yeah.
we've ate 30 chips. If I'm gonna opt for a chip right now to eat more of, is the Sweet Chili Heat, the Cool Ranch, or the Ruffles All Dressed?
Give us a rundown, Chase, on our tier list.
All right, in S tier, we have Doritos Sweet Chili Heat, we have Ruffles All Dressed, we have Doritos Cool Ranch, we have Miss Vicky's Sweet Salt and Malt Vinegar, and we have the Old Dutch Creamy Dill Rind the Pine at the bottom of S. In A tier, we have Doritos Nacho Cheese,
Classic.
Miss Vicky's Sweet Southern Barbecue, Miss Vicky's Sweet and Spicy Ketchup, then we have Old Dutch Ketchup, and then we have Hawkins Cheesies in A tier.
Okay. We didn't even eat.
Here, we have Old Dutch Sour Cream and Onion, we have Old Dutch Barbecue, we have Hickory Sticks, we have Cheetos Crunch, we have Lay's Salt and Vinegar, we have Lay's Dill Pickle, we have Doritos Zesty Taco, we have Munchies, and we have Lay's All Dressed. Then in C tier, we have Old Dutch Dill Pickle, Ruffles Barbecue, Lay's Ketchup, Old Dutch Salt and Vinegar, Lay's Classic, and the Old Dutch All Dressed. And then finally, in trash tier, we have OG Pringles, and
Hell yeah.
in last place, we have Cheetos Puffs.
Yeah.
That's a great
Scams.
tier list.
They're
That's a great
scams.
tier list.
That's the one you're gonna get the most hate on for
Which one? The Puffs?
the Puffs.
No.
Terrible.
Cheetos Puffs is like one of like everybody knows it sucks, but it's like somebody's like, I'm gonna eat them, and then somebody's gonna be like, oh, I'll start a conversation with them because they actually like Cheetos Puffs. You know what I mean? Like they're just
If you like Cheetos Puffs, we know you're a beautiful person.
I find Cheeto Puffs.
Puff dating app.
Cheeto Puffs is like everybody knows it sucks, but people just eat it. You know? I think
Yeah.
people just eat it to be different.
I don't know what it is. We got ourselves a good list. Let us know in the comments down below if you agree with what we've done. We always love a good debate, especially around food. Thank you for everybody who joined and helped us today. Chase, Steve, the Silent Killer, rest of the gang on the couch, and Tate.
Yeah, and make sure to hit subscribe because like this
Yeah.
costs $100. Like we're not Mr. Beast here. We're not making money on this shit. So like seriously, throw this guy a bone here or whatever.
We got a lot of great content coming after the long winter. Yeah, we're going to do, I know last time I said we're going to do a lot more tier lists. And then it took about 11 months for us to get this one out. But we're going to do better. There's always time for improvement. Good night, everybody. Woo!
Now.